Good day, St. Martin. I'm Yesenia Lazaro.
And I'm also Lawrence.
And welcome to another edition of St. Martin News Desk.
Brought to you by TV15.
We bring the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond.
What's today? It's Thursday? Throwback
It's
Thursday? Check the headlines.
Police seized drugs, cash, and ammunition in Bush Road raid. The police force of St. Martin carried out a major operation on Tuesday evening, September 9th, that led to the arrest of a 32-year-old suspect on Bush Road. With authorization from the investigating judge and support from the prosecutor's office, the KPSM arrest team entered an apartment where they discovered a large quantity of illegal narcotics. Officers also seized a significant amount of cash and several rounds of ammunition. The suspect, identified by initials RRJALM, was immediately arrested and remains in custody at the Philipsburg police station, pending further investigation. Authorities confirmed that the seized drugs, money, and ammunition have been confiscated as evidence. Police say they will continue to act firmly in the fight against serious crimes such as drug trafficking and illegal possessions of firearms. They are urging the public to support these efforts by reporting suspicious activity. Residents can share tips anonymously through the anonymous tip line number 9300.
Verdict in Themis case against Nuto set for September 23rd. The Court of First Instance of Curacao will deliver judgment in the high-profile Themis case against defendant Erwin Nuto Wawo on Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025. The ruling is scheduled for 8:30 in the morning local time in Curacao or 2:30 in the afternoon Central European time. Proceedings will take place in the high-security courtroom of the Vught Penitentiary Institution in the Netherlands, where the presiding judge and clerks will be present. Both the prosecution and defense will also attend in person. The judgment will be broadcast live via video link to Curacao and St. Martin, where the public can follow without advance registration. However, access in the Netherlands remains restricted. Only 8 journalists may attend inside the secure courtroom in Vught, with registration required by September 16th. An additional viewing point has been arranged at the Schiphol Judicial Complex near Amsterdam, also requiring advance registration. The courtroom in Vught itself is closed to the general public due to security restrictions.
Please step up parking and safety enforcement in Philipsburg. The police force of St. Martin has continued safety operations in Philipsburg as part of its crime prevention strategy. In recent days, officers issued numerous fines and towed several vehicles found in violations of parking rules in the town area. While some drivers have complained about unclear signage, police stressed that information about parking enforcement was shared with the public in advance. Authorities remind motorists that designated parking areas are available throughout town, and the Sandbank area also serves as an alternative parking option. KPSM is also calling on car rental companies to make sure their customers are properly informed about parking regulations to avoid unnecessary fines and towing. When vehicles are towed, officers first attempt to contact the owner. If unsuccessful, the car is removed at the owner's expense. Owners must then report to the Philipsburg police station to pay the fine before retrieving their vehicle from the towing company. Police say these measures are part of wider initiatives, both visible and discreet, to discourage unsafe practices and criminal behavior. Enforcement efforts will continue in Philipsburg and across the island in the coming weeks. Coming up in our featured story, suicide is the third leading cause of death among young people worldwide. How is St. Martin raising awareness and offering hope? Stay tuned.
A new day begins. The sun rises over St. Maarten, bringing new energy, new possibilities. This island was built on resilience, progress, and the strength of its people. Our connection is what moves us forward. It links our communities, our businesses, our families. From the heart of the island to the shores beyond, we've connected St. Maarten. From every street to every home, this network was built for St. Maarten by St. Maarten hands. Connection isn't just about signals, it's about people. This is your island and your network recharged. Proudly local, we're here for today, tomorrow, and every milestone ahead.
With the Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Maarten, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive in today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us. That's it for your Sunshine Report, brought to you by the Met Department of St. Maarten. Stay safe, enjoy the breeze, and have a great day, Sunshine City.
It's hurricane season. Are you prepared? Here are a few tips to remember to help keep you and your family safe. If you're not in an area that is advised to evacuate and you decide to stay in your home, plan for adequate supplies in case you lose power and water for several days and you're not able to leave due to flooding or blocked roads. This hurricane season, make a family emergency communication plan. This public service announcement was brought to you by the government of St. Maarten. The Ministry of Vromi, Department of Infrastructure Management, together with the Police Department KPSM, is making changes to traffic on a section of Canagita Street and Manzanella Steak, Philipsburg. The Canagita Street from the intersection with Percy LaBega Street to Manzanella Steak will now be a one-way street. Inbound traffic can enter Canagita Street from Percy LaBega Street and drive straight ahead or turn left into Manzanella Steak. Outbound traffic leaving town on Canagita Street must make a right turn onto Manzanella Steak. Entry further into the Canagita Street will no longer be permitted. Outbound traffic exiting Manzanella Steak onto Walter Nisbet Road can either make a right or left-hand turn. The Ministry of Vromi, Department of Infrastructure Management, and the Police Department would like to thank the public for their attention to this change. Please follow the new traffic rules and signage and drive safely.
Marc Augusty honored with Outstanding Youth Award. During the opening of Parliament on Tuesday, September 9th, President of Parliament Sarah Westcott Williams presented the 2025 Outstanding Youth Award to Marc Augusty. Augusty was recognized for his leadership, community involvement, and positive impact on St. Maarten's youth. The award highlights young people who show exceptional dedication to service and personal growth. Here are highlights from Marc Augusty's acceptance speech.
Good afternoon to everybody, and thank you again for having me and choosing me. And I did have accept this speech, and I think everybody will find it very interesting. So, let me start. Honorable Governor, Madam President of Parliament, Ministers, Members of Parliament, distinguished dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. It is with deep gratitude and humility that I stand before you today to accept the President of Parliament Award. This honor is not only a recognition of my work, but also a recognition of the story of St. Maarten itself.
Beyond Kultura seeks schools and volunteers for 2025 reading program. The Beyond Kultura Events Foundation is inviting schools and volunteers to take part in its 2025 reading program, set to run from September through December. This year's program will feature interactive readings of Martino, The Salty Story of a Slave Boy by Lucky Morales, and From Slavery to Freedom, a collection of stories by Kingdom-wide authors. The initiative is aimed at foundation-based education schools in the Weird Islands and designed to improve concentration, listening skills, and empathy in young students. Participating schools can host up to 2 classes, with readers visiting 10 times. 9 of the sessions will include interactive storytelling, and a final session will allow students to showcase their own creative works, such as poems, raps, and artwork. Beyond Kultura is seeking enthusiastic reading volunteers at least 18 years old who will receive an hourly stipend. While schools can take part free of charge, registration is on first-come, first-served basis and must be completed by September 12th. Interested schools or readers can contact Ms. Lucky Morales of the Beyond Kultura Events Foundation via WhatsApp at 527-1223 or 5999-566-5858.
Richard Santaga wins 2026 Events Calendar Photo Contest. The St. Maarten Hospitality and Trade Association has announced Richard Santaga as the winner of its 2026 Events Calendar Photo Contest held in partnership with sponsor Amstel Bright. Santaga's winning photo captures the Black Pearl in Simpson Bay with a view of Coco's Beach Bar at the Simpson Bay Resort. His image will be featured on the 2026 SHTA Events Calendar as well as in the Visit St. Maarten magazine, the official in-room magazine for hotels on both sides of the island. As part of his prize, Santaga has received a weekend stay at the Seaview Beach Hotel in Philipsburg, including a beachside cabana day with refreshments from Amstel Bright. SHTA said the annual calendar serves as a platform to highlight local artistry and culture, combining photography, design, and the celebration of a cultural icon. For 2026, the National Institute of Arts has been selected as the featured cultural icon, continuing a tradition that has previously honored creatives such as Clara Reyes, Isadore York, King Bobo, Ruby Butte, and Zilla Duzon Hazel. The association is encouraging businesses, NGOs, and government entities to submit their event dates for inclusion in the 2026 calendar before the end of this week. Free copies of the calendar will also be available to residents who make a request via the SHTA. Ahead from local leaders to Caribbean youth, voices are uniting around one message for World Suicide Prevention Day. Are you okay? Our featured story is next, right after this commercial break.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every laugh, every adventure. #1 provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to roll. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like.
reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
What did you do?
Guess what? I got an idea. It's amazing. You see how we have the link sharing all everywhere?
QR link,
the
yeah.
QR link.
Yeah.
Raw Caribbean Channel app. Yeah. You're welcome. Put it in the back.
But it's not an app though. It's not an app. App, you have to like download something to get it on your phone, take up space. It's not an app.
It's like an app. Therefore, it can be an app. So, it's an app. Raw Caribbean TV app. Say it with me, Al. Come on.
It's not an app though. All you gotta do with that, it's a link. You take the link, you hit the bookmark, you say add to home screen, and so it shows up like an app icon, but it's not an app though.
Are you a real person? It is an app because you get to watch all the programs from Raw Caribbean at one place. It is an app.
I don't know how to explain this to you, but factually and technically, it's not an app. Kind of like we do the news, facts,
Yeah.
and you do that thing you do.
Whoa.
Point being, you just go to the QR, you hit bookmarks, and you hit add to home screen, and then you can have the link to, let's give it another name.
The app.
You want to call it the app?
Raw Caribbean TV app.
Jess.
Yes.
Jess, please, give some sense, Jess. Jess.
It's kind of like an app.
That's why she gets the big bucks.
It's not an app, though. It's not a f***ing app. What the f***? It's not a f***ing app.
Ooh, you kiss your mother with her mouth? My God. Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Yes.
It's not an app, though.
Welcome back to our News Desk featured story. Today we take a closer look at World Suicide Prevention Day, observed yesterday, September 10th. Suicide remains one of the leading causes of death among young people worldwide, yet experts remind us that it is preventable. From global perspectives to local voices, this feature explores the call to action, to ask, are you okay? And to work together in changing the narrative. For more, here's Alston.
Reasons are complex, from mental health struggles such as depression and alcohol misuse, to sudden crisis involving financial hardship, relationship breakdowns, or chronic illness. Vulnerable groups including refugees, migrants, and LGBTI communities are especially at risk. The WHO stresses that simple, evidence-based actions, such as limiting access to lethal means, responsible reporting in the media, teaching life skills in schools, and providing early support can save lives. Closer to home, Member of Parliament Omar Otley used the day to emphasize the importance of breaking the silence. He urged the community to embrace the triennial theme, changing the narrative on suicide. In his words, this means transforming stigma into understanding and ensuring that every resident knows they are valued and supported. Otley encouraged open dialogue, participation in awareness events, and recognition of the signs of distress in those around us. Regionally, the Pan American Health Organization recently hosted a youth forum in Barbados under the banner Suicide Prevention, a conversation with Caribbean youth. The gathering gave young people a platform to be heard, to build hope, and to mobilize action. Experts noted that while rates vary across the region, the impact of every life lost, reverberates deeply through families and communities. Barbados, for example, reported a rate of 3.5 suicides per 100,000 people. Below the global average, yet officials say even one is too many. The forum highlighted the importance of listening, building stronger support networks, and seizing difficult conversations. As one youth leader put it, awkward moments can save lives. At its heart, World Suicide Prevention Day is about uniting communities, governments, and organizations around a common belief that suicides are preventable. Here in St. Maarten, anyone in crisis can reach out to the Mental Health Foundation Crisis Line at 721-585-5556. Trained professionals are ready to listen, and calls are kept confidential.
World Suicide Prevention Day is more than a date on a calendar. It is a reminder that every conversation matters, every action counts, and every life has value. Asking the question, "Are you okay?" may just be the first step in saving a life. This has been the NEWSDESK featured story. That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Maarten NEWSDESK.
Thank you for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday morning at 8 a.m. on TV 15 and then across social media platforms. It was my pleasure. I'm Maarten Lawrence.
And I'm just saying, last to wish you an amazing Thursday evening. See you tomorrow.
Throw it back when we used to be friendly. St. Maarten.